Hello folks and welcome. So I have a video for you today on Linux Mint 21.3 Cinnamon to have a little fun today. You know, we do a lot of serious stuff and sometimes we need to back off and relax a little bit. So I have a couple of silly applications today. I call one Silly Cow and the other one called Random Cow. And these will be cows that have either random sayings or you can put different sayings that a bubble pops up with a cow on it, and you can even do it in different languages. So you're not just stuck with English, for instance. I will be showing you how to create these Born Again shell scripts. You don't have to create them. You can also run these commands directly out of terminal. I'll show you both examples today. But if you want to hang on toward the end of the video, I'll show you how to write these things. And I'll show you what's recommended to install. And then also I will recommend that you have your screenshot tool on your desktop when you get ready to watch this video, especially if you want to create script files. Filming in 1920 by 1080. Adjust your YouTube player accordingly if necessary. LM21.3 Cinnamon. Let's have a little fun today. At least I'm going to try to. Linux for Seniors is the name of my channel. Icon should be in the corner above your time date area if you'd like to subscribe. If not, find me on YouTube. Alright, so I'm going to click Silly Cow first. Silly Cow is an application that is called a bash application. I'll make this bigger for you. So Control-Shift+++. Right now it's asking me to type something. And it can be in any language. Spelling doesn't even count. I'll type in hello. Silly Cow says hello. Silly Cow is going to go away. I'm going to open up a translator. And I'm going to do this in multiple languages. I typed in happy birthday in English and translated that into Norwegian, for instance. And we're going to have Silly Cow wishes happy birthday in multiple languages today. There's the first one. Then I'm going to click a different language. So I happen to be Icelandic, and I know this translation is accurate because that's my birth language. That's why sometimes I mispronounce words or misspell things. Very common. I try not to, though. Silly Cow says, happy birthday in Icelandic. About one more. So all I'm doing is relying on the Google translation for accuracy. Be very careful what you type and paste into terminal, by the way, as far as commands are concerned. I'm just doing language translation, but I've heard way too many people that copy commands from the internet into terminal and regret it later. This is just languages. So hand type in the stuff instead of doing what I'm doing, if you're a little bit apprehensive. All right, so you can see Silly Cow can just type in anything. All right, and I'm going to show you the same command inside a terminal later. So this is called Random Cow. And Random Cow is very similar to the same one. It uses the same formatting. And I'm going to do a Control-Shift and plus to make that bigger for you. This application I do recommend in full screen or at least enlarged window. So this will all be self-contained and it's just going to ask me to press enter every time. These are random sayings off the internet and it's combining two commands. It's combining fortune and cowsay together, producing this result. And every time I hit enter, this will be a different saying in here. This cow will stand here with a bubble with different sayings and I have no control over these. They're all random off the internet. I have absolutely no idea what's next. So you can be in here for hours doing this. Okay? I will show you the script file later. I'll also show you the commands inside a terminal to do this. So let's talk about a couple of things. So you can also install Cinnamonize through downloads. Cinnamonize looks like that. And you can also get some weird effects with it. You'll see a blue circle every time I click. And then you can see his eye is following me. So if I turn them off, it doesn't do that blue circle thing anymore. This again is an applet, cinnamon eyes. Get it from downloads if you want to play with that. I'm going to turn it off. So applications to install. All right, I'm using Kate as a text editor. I like this text editor for many reasons, but one of the things is highlighting. Hopefully you've installed a program in terminal. If not, it's sudo apt install. Be sudo space apt install space in terminal. You want to install fortune-mod, cowsay, and xcowsay if you want to have some fun with these apps or the commands themselves. More importantly, have some fun today, folks. I do once in a while. So I'm going to take these and run them directly out of terminal. For the folks that don't want to make applications, I'll show you how to use these commands. And for the folks that want to know how to write these scripts, hang on. So let me first make this box larger. My squeaky chair probably made a lot of noise. So we have MAN pages. Let's talk about Fortune first. So Fortune is, it'll print to your screen a random, hopefully interesting stuff. Okay. The other one is called cowsay. It's a speaking cow. It has a little bubble that comes up. Okay. And then you have also xcowsay. So xcowsay is a cute cow that appears on your screen outside the terminal box with a speech bubble. And again, you can put in any languages that you want. All right, so let me give you some of the examples of Fortune first. So Fortune just by itself, if you hit enter, providing you're on the internet, will go and look for a different saying each time you type in the word Fortune. As a tip, you hit the upper arrow key on your keyboard to repeat that command, or you hand type it, one of the two, and then hit enter. And it'll be a different saying every single time you do this. You can be in here all day doing this, and they're always different. I don't know how many they have in their library, to be honest with you. I'm going to punch up clear. If you decide to use xcowsay, you don't need a big box. You just need to put in whatever. All right, I could also use a happy birthday statement. Let's pick a different language this time. Let's go with German. Okay, and again, I'm relying on Google Translation to be accurate. So xcowsay, paste, happy birthday. Xcowsay manual entry, nothing. Okay, I'm waiting for it to time out, or I can just do Control C. So I can put in xcowsay hello world, or whatever language you want to put in. Okay, and the cow is just going to pop up in random spots. Okay, so then we can also type in, let me make the box bigger now. And we can also put in cowsay. Now, cowsay. Hello is good enough. And upper arrow key. And you can also paste in text off the internet. Now, I'm going to show you an interesting command if you haven't discovered this yet. If you're fairly new to terminal, you can actually combine commands. It's called piping. And I'm going to type in Fortune and put in a space and put a pipe in here. Now, what is a pipe? All right, right above your enter key, you'll have a symbol that looks like that. If you actually hit the shift key and press the same key, it'll produce a pipe, a line, straight line. It looks like an L, but it's not. So this is an L, and that's the capital L. This is a pipe. So you type in Fortune, one space, pipe, one space, We'll do cowsay first. This is fun. This will be totally random off the internet, and I'm not even sure where the cow will appear. So I'm going to put this kind of in the center to give you an idea of what's going to happen. It's going to go out on the internet, and it's going to look for the fortune command, pull that data in, process it, send it over to cowsay, and display it on your screen. This will all be random. That's blank. Well, that's unusual, but more importantly, that's to be expected sometimes. I'm going to repeat that same command, and now we have another box. There's no hunting like hunting of man. Ooh, Ernest Hemingway. As soon as the cow goes away, I'll put in another command. If I want to force it, I use Control-C. Another bubble. There are small choices in rotten apples, William Shakespeare. Okay, one more. There we go. How many IBM types does it take to change a light bulb? Okay. But all I'm doing is using fortune to pipe that message out. And again, it's if it has too much time, you just do Control-C, upper arrow key, and then it goes to the next command. How many wasps does it take to change a light bulb? 1. Yikes. All right. We can also switch this up. I will have to make the box bigger because I'm going to do regular cowsay, and that will be contained inside the box. So fortune, space, pipe, cowsay. I don't have to put anything other than hitting enter because fortune is the one providing the data for cowsay. Stay away from flying saucers today. That's probably good advice. Upper arrow key to repeat the command. You will be honored by contributing your time and skill. Okay, next. And I'll be here all day doing this. Okay, that's how you perform those commands in terminal. Can have a little fun. All I'm doing is combining fortune, piping it out to cowsay. All right, for you folks that want to know how to write these script files. So one more time, hopefully you made a screenshot of that because those are the 3 you need installed. Fortune, cowsay, xcowsay. And for whatever you do, folks, have fun, okay? That's the whole idea behind this today. So the screenshot tool looks like that if you have never used it. You've got screen, window, and selection. So take the screenshot. As you can see, it took a screenshot of my desktop. And then you can save it as the standard file into whatever folder you want. So this tool is found in your Mint menu. You don't have to install it. So if you type in SE, you should be able to find that tool, and you can right-click and send it to your desktop temporarily. So just have that available because I'm going to show you these script files now. So Paul is our made-up name user for today, and in his documents folder, he has a script folder. You can put these wherever you want. These are all written by a text editor, not a word processor. And when you get done with these, you want to make sure that you have the permissions set allowed to be executed as a program. And when you do, you should be able to double click on them, run them in terminal, display, cancel, or run. These are launchers for these. A launcher is created by doing this. Create a launcher, you give it an icon, you give it a name. The command, you're not going to put in a command, you're going to hit browse and go find this file. And then you're going to click in here, launch in terminal, and hit OK. And then it'll ask you a question if you want to put it in the Mint menu. You should answer yes. And that'll create a standard, what looks to be like a regular application. That's how these come about. Hopefully you understood how to make a launcher. All right, now let's open up the script file. Screenshots are recommended. All right, so I am going to open this not with the standard text editor, which is in this. If I open it here, it's gedit. I'm sorry, xed. Sorry, wrong distribution. Xed. But I am going to be using Kate. Kate is something that is called an advanced text editor. And the reason I like Kate, and you can find this in your software manager or Synaptic package manager, it has highlighting capabilities. So now would be a good time to get your screenshot tool ready and take a picture of this first. Okay? You can always pause your video. You can also go backwards. In other words, reverse. So take a screenshot of this and then take a screenshot of that. Okay? I gave you enough time. You just have to back up the video in case you didn't snap it quick enough. All right? Now, you always need line 1 with bin bash on it. That would be !! bin bash, no spaces. Born again shell is located in bin. So the line 2 is while space :do lights up line 26. I'm going to scroll back a little bit just temporarily just to let you see this. This is called a loop. Okay, so if I highlight line 26 done, do will light up. Okay, it's just that one lights up. So we're talking about a loop in here. All right, for you folks that have different meanings to this, this is called a pound symbol in the United States. Some people call it hash. Pound symbols generally, anything below bin bash, are considered just remarks. Something you type and that commands are not processed. So this is explaining things about this application. It's a simple bash application that I wrote. It's very simple to do and you can do this yourself. And then it explains things. The number one thing you need to pay attention to is what needs to be installed. I even give you the command in here for this. So do your screenshots and more importantly, just have fun. Okay? While do, and then I put in this fluffy looking bunch of lines. So let's open up this one here. This is the one that you type in stuff. So silly cow. Silly cow is what I call this. It's called cowsay-xcowsay. And it's going to be using xcow for our output. But the fluff is this. So this first echo line is just print a bunch of stars on the screen after so many spaces. And then I put in a star here, which is in white. Then I convert the text into green. And then on the tail end, I convert it back to white and put a star and an unquote. So that's strategically put to get a box around this. The next line is a \E open face 93M. That, by the way, this bracket looking thing you can find near your enter key, right next to the pipe key. And I'll show you what that is. These are pipe keys right here. But they're just going to be represented as text today. This is normally called a pipe. So if you press the \# key, I'm doing it on the screen right now. Let me make this bigger for you. I'm not going to process this command, but this is normally what you get above your enter key. A pipe, on the other hand, is when you hit shift. That does that. And I'm going to be using that a little bit later. All right, so anyways, this \E with the bracket that's next to the pipe command with an open bracket is a 93M. That converts the text into yellow. So if I highlighted this correctly, I should do it in this direction. You try to grab a hold of that. Most of the time it highlights that properly, but sometimes you got to hit it just right. There we go. So it's light yellow. So all of this box is literally light yellow, just like it is. So this is all just plain old text. Echo lines are just print this. Now, the reason that for all this spacing and all that good stuff and they're off-centered is to get the alignment correct. Again, this is all fluff. The next line is called an echo E with a special code on it that ends with an E5 open bracket 5M, which makes this flash. That is also explained downstairs. Green background, blink, regular text. But you need, well, I put the color in front of it, which is 42M, which is green. Again, all this is fluff. So the read P line is a holding tag called stuff. It's waiting for the user to type something. That's why I flashed this, type in whatever you want, whatever's on your mind. Spelling and different languages do not count. That's why I was capable of producing happy birthday in any language in here. Okay? All I'm doing is copying and pasting that on this line. It's just like you're hand typing it. Silly cow says, happy birthday. Okay, so that's what the read P line does, is waiting for input. And it processes that input called stuff. That's a holding tank. So xcow gets processed with that command $stuff, the stuff you typed in. Then it skips a couple of lines, and I give you the hint of closing the app. In other words, this line right here is telling you hit the X in the corner when you're done playing. All right, then I have a done and an exit, and the rest of these things are, again, pound symbols, or hash, as some people call them, are explanations. So that script is done. Let's open up this one. That starts with the same formatting, and I kept it that way to be consistent and easy. Could I have done the script files differently? Absolutely. However, I did it this way just to keep it simple. Bin bash, while do sets up a loop. This again is xed, so I will open this back up in Kate to let you see the difference. Kate again highlights things for me. So if I do the pound symbol, they all light up wherever you see them on the screen. So all the ones down here, again, are explanations of stuff. So this is a fortune app. It uses two commands, fortune and cowsay, with a pipe in there. The pipe, again, is using commands like this. That's a pipe, and it takes that fortune command and pipes it out to cowsay. That's exactly what this thing does. Okay? So I don't need to put in anything. I put a holding bar in here because it's waiting for you to hit the enter key. Cow says, Californian something something. How many organs does it take to screw in a light bulb? Okay. Nasty stuff. Anyways, if you decide down here, it's is where your last line is. If you decide to type in junk, Fortune doesn't know what you're doing. It needs to be entered. It doesn't need to have any information entered. So if you even type in help, it's not going to understand your command. It requires you to hit enter only. That's why I put that in there. Please press enter. Okay, now you get a different saying. All right, so let me cover this again for the folks that want to make screenshots. Go in at the top. Take the first one. Grab your screenshot tool. Snap it. You can always, remember, you can always reverse this. Reverse the video and pause. Take the screenshot. Now take the screenshot on the bottom half. Okay, we're done? All right. So basically these things are the same way, and the whole process is done with this command right here. Everything else is really just plain old fluff. So one more recap here. 3 applications that I recommend you install. Fortune Mod, cowsay-xcowsay. Running them out of terminal is very simple. If you want to make your terminal box bigger, it's Control Shift and plus. And then you can type in Fortune all by itself. And you'll get that. All you got to do is keep hitting the upper arrow key and you'll get different fortunes. And then I'm going to type in clear. Cowsay. Cowsay. Spell it right. You need to put in something for the cow to say something. So hello in this case. If you just put in cowsay with nothing, you get no response from the system. It just sits there and looks at you. I'm going to hit Control C because otherwise it sits there forever. The other one is xcowsay, and that will be outside of the terminal box when you type in hello world, for instance. And I don't know where this is going to land. It's random spots. I'm going to do a Control C so I don't have to wait for him. And I'm going to type in a different word. Actually, we're going to borrow something off the internet again. What language do we want this time? How about just we pick one out of the hat? Again, we're hoping the translation is done properly here. Cow says, happy birthday. At least that's what we hope Google is translating. Anyways, so cowsay. Combining the two, fortune, space, pipe, space, and we're going to go with what? X-cow? Might as well. And again, I don't need to type in anything. It's all random sayings off the world. This will be random. If you do Control C, you want to get rid of it in a hurry, just do that again. And that'll be another saying. Control C. Upper arrow key, another saying. Or you can just wait till it times out. And then you can hit the upper arrow key and do it again. Okay, and if you wanted to switch that up with the other one, which stays inside the terminal box, then it would be fortune, and you remove the X. Now it's just regular cowsay. Can be here all day. Type in exit. Folks, I have lots of videos on my YouTube site if you're not a subscriber. Thank you for watching.